Hello again, and today we continue with our SNO preparation, exam preparation, test 1, reading part, task 3. And if you were in our previous lesson, we read the text, and here you see only the task, the questions from 11 to 20, and they are so-called true or false tasks, true or false questions. It means that some of these sentences are true, they are correct according to the information in the text. We read the text in our previous lesson, remember? And some of them are false. It means that some of the questions are not related to the text. It means that they do not have the information that is in the text. So, and you have to put there false, F, and those that are true, letter T, true. And we won't read the text today, we will only analyze it. Yes, the task is reading, however, if you are able to read in English, if you can read, it doesn't mean that you are able to do the task correctly, to solve the questions correctly. Yes, you have to analyze the text. Reading is a big part, be able to read. However, to do the test correctly, the ability to analyze text is maybe more important than just reading. Okay, so difficult to say what is more important. However, we will analyze today paying attention to the keywords and phrases. And the first question 11, sorry, is about that the story is about the Dark Ages and dinosaurs. And those who read the story with me last time, we understood, we realized, so we knew that no, it isn't about the Dark Ages, about this period, and about the dinosaurs. Actually, these words are mentioned in the first paragraph. You can see it now on your screen. We have the Dark Ages, we have dinosaurs, but the whole text is about something absolutely different. It's about IT, it's about people in this area, people who work in the information technology area in ICT, info communication. Okay, so question 11 is false. Let's go back to our questions and check another one. Let's check question 12. Around 1990, everyone was able to find an IT job only if they knew computers. Actually, if you worked in an IT, it didn't mean that you had to know computers. People worked in their IT area, but it didn't mean that they had to be very skillful. And let's find and prove it in our text. Remember that questions usually they are going as the paragraphs go. Let's check if it is true. However, sometimes you need to read the whole story in order to answer the question, like question 11. Here, question 12, maybe in the first paragraph. Let's look at what the up-to-date techie had around 1990. And we understand that, for example, you could work in an accountant department, and in another department of any IT company where there were not computers at all. Physically, people who worked at IT companies, they just didn't have so many computers. And yes, lots of work, lots of jobs were done without computers. Nevertheless, people worked in IT. Okay, it means that question 12 is false. Let's go back to our questions. Here they are. Question 13. According to the text, to boot up is to put on a kind of footwear. And of course, boot up, we found out last time, it isn't related to footwear. It's nothing about putting on your shoes or putting on your trainers. It has another connotation. It means to start working, especially if you work with computer, with the equipment. So to boot up means here to start. Nothing about footwear. That's why we see that 13th is false. Let's have a look at 14th. Question 14. Sandra and Sasha are discussing a type of software. Let's find them in our text, Sandra and Sasha. Here they are in paragraph 2. We have the names, and let's find out if their statement true or false. We see that they are in the room, they are probably having coffee, they are talking, and we see that you run into Sandra and Sasha. Yes, and they are carrying on. Yes, it means that they are talking. Remember, carry on, another phrasal verb that is recommended to be learned. About what? Microsoft Office Suite? Of course it is software. And if you don't know what is software, just remember to look it up, the dictionary. Here I will try to explain that it might be the sets of programs that tell a computer how to do a particular job. It means software. Okay, then we conclude that 14 is true. Let's go to number 15. Here we are. They have just tried a new computer application. Let's find out somewhere. Here we see, if you look carefully, that I don't know how we lived without it. Sandra gushes. Even she couldn't imagine her life without it now. It means, yes, she tried it and she liked it. And if you doesn't know the meaning of the verb gush, I recommend that you check it in your dictionary. Okay, let's move ahead. Question 16. Ivan has offered to make lunch for the narrator. And here we have to go back to our tasks and find the character whose name is Ivan. Yes, let's try to find. He comes to the stage in paragraph 4. And the main word here is do. It is the third line, to do lunch. But in the task, it is to make lunch. Probably you know that these verbs are very different in English, and we cannot replace to do by to make. Often in 99% we just cannot, because they are used very, very differently. And where we can use to do in the English language, we cannot use to make. Nevertheless, it might be translated into your native language by one word. Okay, just pay attention to these two verbs. And because in the paragraph we have, he probably wants to do lunch, but in the task we have to make lunch, I conclude that this statement is false. Okay, question 17. The narrator wants to surprise Ivan. Oh yes, later in this paragraph, the same paragraph, we see that he's thinking, you just don't know whether to show him you Palm Pilot that actually lets you write things into a calendar, and it reminds you of the appointments, or the new cell phone that you just received. I think all of his friends will be surprised, and according to the text, Ivan will be definitely surprised. So 17 is true. 18. Question 18. The narrator wants to give a present to Ivan. Actually, surprise, yes. He wants to surprise him, but nothing like giving a present. In the question 17, we have to surprise. It is a verb. And in 18, we have a present. It means a noun. So they're different words, absolutely different, from different parts of speech. Yes, we call them this way. So it means that 18th is false. Then 19th, question 19, the story is about the internet. And again, we have to have a look at the text as the whole part. And here is paragraph 5, and we read it last time, remember the whole text. And we cannot say that the story, the text, like everything is about around the internet. Yes, they mentioned www, a World Wide Web, but in the 5th paragraph, actually only once. So that's why it is false, because actually it is more about than it is much more than only about the internet. It will be too narrow topic for this story. So remember, you should differ. The paragraph is about and the story is about. The paragraph is a part, one of the parts of the text, one of the parts of the story. The story is the whole piece you can see in front of you in the exam. And question 20. The story is about the early stage of IT. And yes, now we understand that everything is around these 30 years. Everything started somewhere around 1990, and it has been going. So yes, 20th is true. And here I will show you the answers just in case you haven't got them one by one, and they are in green. F for false, T for true. That's it for today. Join in next time. Bye bye.